people, my name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Taptap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Taptap Send. Yes, Taptap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Taptap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew ho. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Taptap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Taptap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fact check it. Fact check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fact check it, check it. Fact check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Fact check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, fact check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Fact check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Anyways, we are still alive. I keep telling you, we will never die. The pains are still going down by the day. Like Roland said, maybe one weekend when we get to do things, we wake up and the pains are fully exhausted out of our system, and we can move on to do other things with our lives. My name is Sammy Flex. This is Showbiz Daily. Showbiz Daily is live on Sammy Flex TV, and I have my soldiers seated for us to continue with the agenda. The agenda is to speak showbiz language, and that is exactly what we are supposed to do here on the show. Immediate left, Roland Amate is seated from Shagzi from Shatta Movement, and of course in the middle, Kwesi Ama is a blogger, and he is also seated. At the extreme left is Intim Dode Solomon. He is here at Sammy Flex TV as our online manager, and for your digital solutions, Inti Dosu Digital Solutions and Bishop Herbal Center. How's it? Solution Herbal Church. Solution Herbal Church. They are also here supporting us with what we can do. Solution Herbal Church for all your herbal issues. Herbal solutions. Open the to our call. Open the to our call. Media. Open the door to Abraham Media. Some junction. Open the door to honor member. Now your team has sorted out. Now it's what me I find. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Digital Rasta is called Currency, who is doing camera for us. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And when we sit like this, intelligent brains to discuss some of the issues that you have been thinking about as well from your location. Ladies and gentlemen, Taptap Send is also holding us down. And for information, Taptap Send has introduced what they call the wallet. The wallet is actually to help you to save your money anytime you feel the rates are not conducive for you to send money. You just push it to the wallet, and when the rate becomes conducive, you can send money so you can get some more. So get the wallet activated on your Taptap Send today and get higher rates in sending your money. We know the pounds and the cedi. We know that kind of race at every point in time. It is either going up or coming down. So be sure you are dealing with a pound at a time that it is up, and that is what we call the wallet on Taptap Send. Use it today and get some more money. But remember, in all, you are using the promo code SammyFlex. The promo code SammyFlex will surely give you some more money in your wallet as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the rest of the issues. Our first story we will look at today is the fact that we have credible information suggesting that Ghana's current coach for Black Stars, Chris Hughton, has been taken off his duty, and this information has been widely spread online. I'm yet to see an official document from the GFA. I don't know if you guys have seen any.
They posted it on the Ghana Football Association handle.
Okay, well, the people have seen it from, they can't lie. I've seen it from Sadiq Adams and Gary Al Smith and all those people. These are big names in the sports fraternity here in Ghana. So it means that indeed it is what it is. Richie, let's read what Sadiq Adams posted, and I'm sure we can come back to discuss it. And I'm asking my people that, is sacking the coach one of the biggest problems or the main problem we have with our team, especially with the senior national team, that is the Ghana Black Stars? And Sadiq Adams earlier posted that, official, the Ghana Football Association have announced that Chris Hughton has been relieved of his duties as the head coach of the senior national team with immediate effect. Underline immediate effect. The FA has also taken a decision to dissolve the technical team of the Black Stars. They have also taken decision to dissolve the technical team of the Black Stars. What next? That is one question that Sadiq Adams, aka Sports Obama, is asking. But I'm also asking that, is this the solution to the woes of the national team? Ro, you have been doing more football and sports. Is this our solution? Will the team be great after this news?
No.
It still won't be great.
No.
Why?
No, because the problem is, you say be able in any trust you to us, we more trust. It is still a bit many other way in this step. The problem has its roots, and the root has to do with how the football association operates, and that is the root of the problem. And the grassroots football and the local league, whatever the senior national team displays is just a mirror of the situation on ground.
Okay.
So if we are seeing our senior national soccer team doing shambolic, it is just a reflection of what is happening currently on ground.
Okay.
For the past 5 years or even a decade, I've not seen any of our national, even our club teams, going on those African tournaments and even making it to the money zone. None of them. They go and the group stage is power. They are out. They go, even that one, so if you find 2 teams go, one will just be kicked out from the first match, even before the return leg. Then the next one goes, is able to enter, then before they enter into the money zone, then they come back. So it is just a reflection. The total neglect of our football and how it is being treated is the problem. From under 17 to under 20 to the 23, none of these coaches are on payroll. None of them. How they recruit players, how they are able to get the best players into the national team, into the national teams, even from the junior level, for them to graduate into the senior level, is a mystery. So even with this particular practice, it is very easy for football agents and some of these managers to even start their corrupt attitude from that grassroots level or from that early stage. And that is what will manifest into our national team, which is why they would go spread wide into other territories, and before you realize, those invisible call-ups will come. You wouldn't know where the player is from, and before you realize,
he's playing.
Yes, that is where it starts. That is where it starts. So if we are not able to eradicate these practices, there is no way the senior team would also be perfect, because that is where the problem is from.
Okay.
Most of the people, most of the sessions or the badges that did well in terms of the senior national team, all of these people graduated from the junior team. All of them, name them, the best players that we've ever had in our national teams. All of them graduated from the junior teams, from the 17 to 20 to 23. All of them have been through it, from the likes of Abedi Pele and all them people, including Michael Essien and Stephen Appiah, them even in recent times. Sule Mutari them so have featured in the junior national teams before. And all these people have graduated. So it is not rocket science. all the teams that we are seeing them doing well, about half of their players are all graduates from their smaller national teams.
Fact.
So until we fix some of these problems, and we would only fix those problems when even the grassroots, which has to do with our local leagues and how we even recruit from the first division, the second division, and the third division, how we recruit from that side into the national team. If those things are not fixed, we can pump any amount of money into the senior team. We can pay all of them $100 million,
and nothing will happen.
and they will still do what they did in recent times. That is what they will put out. So yes, for the technical team, they dissolved it. For the coach, I knew they would sack this coach. I knew they would sack.
Sure.
Oh, I was so sure. I've said it. I say it every day. Because Otuado, who was employed, this man was his technical director. And definitely Otuado was reporting to him. Yeah. So whatever instructions this man was also taking from whoever he's taking instructions from, it is still the same line. So if you sack Otuado, you've not done anything. Abriwe will not there, Abriwe there. You just postpone the funeral. That's what they did. This thing was bound to happen, but they were just delaying the time. And this is
almost faithful.
They were just delaying it, and this is where we've got into. So dissolving the technical team and sacking the coach there, it is not even new. They do it year in, year out after every tournament.
No, it might not be new, but is that part of the solution?
It has never been the solution for the past 5 times that they've even done this. These people that they said, the technical team that they said they've sacked, they will bring them back. Half of them will come back. It is just a mere formality. Half of them will come back. So this one, it is not the solution. In fact, the problem is still there. Until they fix it, they should forget about sacking the coach and.
Okay, Roland's first commentary on the sacking of our coach, Chris Hughton. Let's listen to Kwesi Ama, the blogger. Kwesi, your team be after sacking the coach now, or still Afeeja? How long?
First of all, I think this is my first time on the show. So,
first time.
A happy New Year to everybody who keeps or sticks to Sammy Flex TV, and then everybody that supports us. Happy New Year.
Good. Good.
Ghana football, it will be well, but just as I said, it will take us some time. Possibly, I think we just have to go do our assignment well, prepare ourselves and come back.
Break from what?
Break from,
going for the tournaments and the competitions.
Then do some assignments.
But if you don't go there, how do you know your strength? At least, whilst we are going there, we know our weaknesses, we know our strength.
Right, we've gone there, our weakness in the weakness in our nothing has been done about it. And I think someone breaking from assignment in Ufi. And then you see these issues that are popping up, some of the officials, within the FA, they know the problem. Some of them really know the problem. Just as Roland started with, when it comes to our local teams, and then our junior teams there, under 20, 23, the 17, 20, 23, all these teams, they are qualified people or people who can really play well, who have are fit enough to be playing this kind of tournaments. But in all, no, it comes back to, can you be able to pay what will take you there, or can you secure that spot? Sometimes it goes back to financial stuffs. And we all know these young guys, sometimes their strength is really not up there. You understand? So when I say some of these officials really know the problem, these petty things are some of the problems. It could be and I say beat me up, I said, brass, we know you can do this thing, but a third force will be somewhere. You have to pay something to cross that border. And in this regards, if you are not being able to raise that funds, or you are not being able to do what someone is seeking or asking you to do before you cross that particular border, it becomes very difficult for you. Meanwhile, on the normal side, that particular person is fit and then qualified enough to be on that position.
Yeah.
But it comes back to that side. So dissolving the technical team, it really wouldn't change anything, because I will still say, just as Roland said, these people, half of them will still come back.
Mm.
Now, if they come back,
They are just going to hide around
and
come
even
back.
those that will not come back, na down for be pushing na down for be ni nua bi. Those things, you know, because when you say me ya family, so I will recommend someone at least okwa. Obi Akofa way. So dissolving the technical team as at now, yes, for the time being, we may say it is the best decision to go, but it would not be the solution to it. They really know the problem, but they are shying away from, I mean, the problem. Problem na kasa. From the top, I mean, to players,
they know.
Most of them know the problem, but they are shying away from solving it.
Okay. That is not the solution according to Kwesi Ama. Let's listen to Intimdo de Solomon. Chamo, what are you also adding to this?
Well, obviously, it's not the solution. They are just doing that to pacify those who are angry.
Pacify the gods.
They are just doing that so that those who are angry because they think that the coach is not a good coach will be okay. Now they are trying to do something, but they know that this is not the solution. I mean, I think this will be the fourth or the fifth coach that this FA in particular has
called
getting on board. Yes, after sacking the first one, bring a new one side. Bring a new one side. This will be the fourth one within a very short time. So obviously, coach, we don't have coach problem here. I mean, because we don't have the kind of people who can represent Ghana in a way that we will be happy about it.
Okay.
I mean, in terms of players. And I'm saying that just go through our history of football and the time that you say Ghana was doing well. Like, you agree with Roland that our local team at that time was on top. So if our local team, we can't mention as at now, I can't mention any player in our local league that I can say that okay, this guy is good or he has the potential. What is happening that if you show the potential that you will be good, not that you are good though, just let us see that this guy he can be good though. Before you realize you will be in Pakistan, playing Pakistan league, or you'll be in Saudi Arabia playing the Arabian league. So we don't have any good players in our system. So since what is on the screen right now, since this guy came, Okriku, from I think 2020 to
2021. From 2020 to 2021, there was CK Akono.
Yeah.
And 2021 to 2022, there was Milovan Rajevac.
Yes, we do one.
Then there was March December. March to December. Okay, then there were new one Yempo.
Yeah.
March to December 2022 to Ado. And February 23rd to January 20.
Two months. Can you imagine?
No, Jama 1 year, not 2 months, 1 year.
February
2023
to January 24. Yeah. So
February and
almost 1 year. Almost 1 year. It's just 1 month.
Yeah.
So almost 1 year.
Yeah. So the thing. I mean, we can really say that coach is not the problem here. If we just look at this one, I think anybody can conclude that we don't have problem because of the coaches. It goes beyond them. They are part of the people that the football people are managing.
Okay.
The football people are managing things well. So even the coach that they will bring will be under their management. So the problem is not coming from. It's like so you can't even select a good coach. So what are you doing there? The GFE. If you be sacking coaches because you are not getting a good coach, it means you are not doing your job well. You are not getting a good coach for the national team. Okay. But the obvious thing is that the problem is not really about the coaches. That one will be obvious if it is about the coach. Why am I saying that? In our history, the time that you can say that Ghana was playing well, at that time we had a very good local league A lot of players will come from the local league to do the transition, even in our juvenile teams, under 17, under 20, under 23. They will be there, and then they will graduate to be in the national team. At least the core players of the national team will be coming from our juvenile team, like they will move after some time. But this time around, we can't say the same. I mean, now the core team members, they are all coming from outside. They were not even born here in Ghana. They have not played in Ghana before. And now they are the main team that we are relying on. So obviously that's not the solution.
Okay.
The solution will be what we have bad economy anyway, and it's also contributing to the problem. The point is that if somebody shows potential here in Ghana, that within some years this guy can be a good footballer, any country doing a little better than Ghana will come for such person.
At the detriment of our team.
Including even our African here. Some of them go to Tanzania, South Africa, Egypt and co. Those who are playing a bit well, like they are not there yet, they will still move out of Ghana. Why? Because in the Premier League, they pay some people as low as 500 cedis a month. In fact, some even take cocoa. They don't even get paid. They will go for training and they will give them cocoa. They don't get paid. So if such a person now shows the potential and somebody says, let me take you to Iraq and play football, they will pay you $1,000 a month. Sharp. They will not think twice. They will go. So it's about our system to, like, the economy is not good. They are not paying well. So that's where the GFA can come in, support the teams, give some of our local team management some money. The money that comes in, because a lot of money comes from FIFA.
Of course.
But they share among themselves. They don't use it for football.
The real job.
Yes.
The FIFA go fund, which comes almost every season.
If our FA, in business terms, so they shouldn't do it for free, can support our local teams to pay the players well. When they sell them to European teams, which will come with a huge money, then you take the money that you were using to support them.
Yeah.
But they won't do that business because it may be risky. After supporting now, want me and to play so they will find a way to share it among themselves instead of investing in the local leagues. That's the problem. So sacking the coach for me is not the problem, and they know it's not a problem. But some people are really, really angry, so they have to pacify them by sacking the coach. And that's the meaning of what happened. Apart from that, I don't see sacking the coach improving our performances or bringing anything good to the team. I mean, it's as bad as it can get.
You know, the Black Queens, their last tournament of Moko finals. The country, all tournaments on boy now, throughout the tournaments, they have not received their winning bonus. They have not received, even after going to the finals, they have not received their winning bonus. Yet the FA was able to find $400 for supporters in Cote d'Ivoire.
But that one hasn't been confirmed. It came out as
the support groups. At some point, they were even fighting among themselves.
Because some people
one
did not
group
get
was saying that somebody took the money and he did not share it among themselves the way it's supposed to be. So that group were fighting the other side of them. So obviously, there were some money in there that some people are now keeping somewhere. And as I said, the FIFA will bring Ghana, because they are part of the association, they will bring us money. They are supposed to use it to develop our football.
Okay.
But they go to meeting and share that money.
Loot.
They can just organize a meeting and then certain allowance $10,000 each, and they just share it among themselves. They don't use it for the football that they
got it from.
That's why I mean it hurts when our government, like the politicians, are also playing along, because they want vote. Ghanaians love football. So if the FA will come out and say that Ghana government is not supporting us, that's why we are not doing well, they will suffer. So they will ignore whatever negative things going on and then go along with them. Because the FA can come out and say we are not getting any support from the government. And people will insult the government. Why are you not supporting the Black Star? It's our national team and all that. Forgetting that they say that they are autonomous, they have to do everything by themselves. Ghana government can't intervene. We can't tell them what to do, but they can take our money and do whatever. I mean, maybe no one in Tiasia.
Take 5 minutes.
But it happens. Only a karate with me at the open. Or do you see Kata and by own
to me correcting.
Come on, it's never
It is not done anyway. That one I agree.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Chris is gone. He came across as a very handsome, cool dude, a gentleman who did not like too much talking. Anytime I look at his demeanor, that is how I see him, like someone who does not want to be involved in the plenty talks we have here. He was only on his duties, but unfortunately, his duties were not appreciated by the people who he was working for. It happens. Sometimes you might think you are doing it all, but the people you are doing it for might not appreciate it like that. So we wish him well. Maybe in another time we'll meet again somewhere in the world. Let's move on to showbiz. Now that we are done with our sports segment, let's move on to showbiz. And in the world of showbiz, my good friend Innocent Magaji, aka African Uncensored, is back again, and he is back at his teasing ways. And I want us to look at how he is pushing this agenda and what it means to our music industry. Remember, AfroNation some time ago relied on some of our Ghanaian artists. At least they might not be the A-listed artists, but somewhere in the B and the C classes. And over the years, most of them have been featured on most of these platforms. Today, some of my people, including Innocent Magaji, they have been sending me messages confirming that this time round, AfroNation announced their Portugal event and not even a half Ghanaian artist was featured in there. And to them, this seems like the end is near for us in the Afrobeat world. Those who are going to be used, they have been used again, and they've dumped them to move forward. I'm asking my people that the fact that over the years they've been featuring Ghanaian artists and the event is ongoing, not as if it has stopped, and this time around they did not feature any Ghanaian artists. Could there be a problem? Could there be a business decision not favoring us? Remember last year, the same Portugal, that was where Camido and Jackie's manager they performed. I think Black Sherif also performed. No, Black Sherif performed in America. Black Sherif performed in America, the Miami one. And the Portugal one was Jackie and Camido. Unfortunately, that was when Jackie's manager was giving some beating of his life. I'm not too sure whether the fact that we were not announced or no Ghanaian artist was announced, this is even part of the worries. I'm not too sure. Richie, let's read some of the things my good friend Innocent sent, and we have a conversation on this. AfroNation though. It says, Chief, remember I sent you the first released AfroNation lineup? I told you that there was hardly any Ghanaian on the list. Well, the second lineup is out too. 0 Ghanaian on the list. Even your top artists like Sarkodie, Stonebwoy are missing on the lineup. Even Black Sherif, that was invited last year, is absent this year. And when he sent this to me, something went through my heart. It pained me small. I said, hey, what is happening? And now, if you can check part 2. Is that going to be part 3? I doubt.
No, there's no going. This is the full list.
That's what I'm saying. I doubt. So now these are the guys performing. At least at the top, there is a Nicki Minaj, there is a Rema, there is Ashake, there is Jehus, who did not come to Ghana. There is Nino, there is Daju and Tek. Is it Tayo? Okay. Omale, Tyler, Flavor, Diamond Platinums, Otimoti Black, Shay Vibes, the composers, and it goes on like that.
The composers are from
Jamo. Okay, oh dear, if you want us to take them and own them, that's fine. Because now the people they roll with, hardly do you see more of. Oh, so I saw a Kelvin. I thought it was going to be Kelvin Boy, but there's a Kelvin Momo. A Kelvin Logic. Should we be worried? I'm going to start it. Hi, say maybe a banana and Crawford, but this time I'm not. Should we be worried?
Yes, Brass. I mean, if
hi as well.
Yeah, I think we have to be worried because in our space, we all have the agenda that we are moving. I mean, we are fighting towards the international market. Okay. Yeah. So, AfroNation, we all know, is one of. I mean, the platforms are when people. I mean, are on it. It is an international market. People use that platform to sell themselves. I mean, international wise. Very well. Regardless of everything. Last year it happened, and then at least we saw the likes of Jackie, Camido. We saw them on perform, and then it was nice. It was beautiful. At least, if not for anything, an international investor or someone out there maybe watching that particular event or maybe following that particular event, he gets to see that, oh, okay, we have these talents right from Ghana, and at least they may be tied to, follow up to Ghana and then look out for what we have in the country. Okay. Now this year, it is quite sad to see all these lists without seeing a single Ghanaian on the list. We should be worried and then be asking ourselves so many questions. Okay. And even if possible, that we have to seek direct answers from Afro Nation. We have to do that because just as I said, the international market, it is part of it. It is part of it. Yes, we have the A-list artists who are doing well in the international market in there. But in showbiz, we're not a part of it. So let's. I don't really know what might be the cause. You see, you made mention of what happened during last year's edition concerning Jackie's manager, and Chemoka said it may be a cause. Okay. But if that should be a cause, they are sidelining Ghana. It will be a bit I don't know if you understand me, but so if basing on that particular incident to sideline Ghana totally, which we don't know that is it only going to be this year, and I said it is a total blacklist for Ghana. Say we are not going to be on it again. If that is the case in SWA, they should let us know. But just as I said, we need some answers or some questions for them to answer, and then tell us what is happening. Okay. They don't owe us anything, right? Program good. And we are not forcing them said necessarily they should put Ghana on, but a total blackout there. It sounds it sounds something else. So if there is something at least I think they have to do that. But with that, saying all those things and also, you see, one thing we've always spoken about our Nigerian brothers, is their plugs, their connections, their links. It could be that all these people that are on the list, some of them were not even part of the plan. Okay. But they are managers, and then they have people up there who are pulling the strings towards these things. It could be that, just as I said, it could be that some of them were not even part of the plan. Okay. And because of the links, the connections that they are making, and I ending more this particular gigs. Okay. So it is one of the things I will plead. We've spoken about it several times, but I think it is one of the things we can still do much on it, and do better on it. When it comes to do the link ups, they put the plugs up there. Let's make the connections up there. We should strengthen that particular side in our showbiz sector. Okay. Yes, and I won't say much about it, but I think that will be it. Yeah, okay. Making sure say connections. ebia nanka it wouldn't be surplus in we are there definitely bianca ebenya some
collabs there.
Well, this particular show.
Well, I pick one point from what you just said. Last year, Camido was there, Jackie was there, and George Britton was there. George Britton is that guy who has also built some connections with these people. This time around, looks like George Britton is no more in the picture, even with Camido. So yeah, I get 1 point from there. I'll be to George Britton and two ploys. You are question landing. I see a nyana na and Chababa by the who they are. What do you also think about Innocent Magaji's tease? I know he's teasing me.
I think we shouldn't be worried about it. I mean, this is the factors that will cause this, or the factors that we can think about. There are so many, and since that those who made the decision, they are not out to give us the reasons why there's no what you at this point. Me, I think a Ghanaian musician is in there, but you don't consider them as such. Composer's band is fully a Ghanaian band. All the members are even from Ghana. So
over the years, in fact, they have still been there. Yet we have main performers from Ghana on. You see the composers, they are there because of the guys they will perform with.
Sure.
And they perform with Ashake, the video,
you see, I don't want us to strike that point. The composers are not there in the name of Ghana, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
They are there because they will be performing with the artists there.
But they will also perform on their own though.
Yes, and it's also part of the business decision making. I think they are not there because they are not good or because they have the plus. I think they are serving the purpose that the organizers feel that we need them. That's why they are there. So it's not by anything but business decision. So any Ghanaian not being there, I think it's also a business decision and other factors.
Okay.
The other factors will bring in the pros and other things. I mean, you have to convince them that you can deliver, so they should put you on. That will be the plug side. But you can also perform or be so influential that they can't ignore you. And I think that's what we should focus on. Now, recently, if we come to our country, what is happening now, I don't see those who can give us that kind of influence that they can't ignore. We have people that you can lobby for them to get a slot, but we don't have someone that they can't ignore. They are two different things. The person may be performing so much, everybody knows him, or wherever you go, the guy is there. You can't ignore such a person. You have to call them. And then we have those who, if you lobby, yes, they can do it, but if they ignore him, nothing spoiled for them. And I think our musicians, we are at that stage that we need somebody to talk on our behalf before they call us. That one, yes, fine. But if you don't have it, your best bet is to be so influential that they can't ignore you. So me, if we should take anything from it, that's what I would say, that those who are in the space, who are doing music business, the musicians and their management, they should be planning a way that they can get influence in this business that people can't ignore them. Instead of going to talk about why they not calling me, nobody will call you if they don't need you. And even if they need you and they have your equivalent, they will not call you. If they need you and your prices are higher than the person that they think can equally serve the purpose, they will not call you. So the factors are so much, and it can be like we don't know the reason. So if we are considering the factors that may cause this, one of them could even be pricing. They approach you and you give them a price that they think, no, we can get alternative. They won't. So the management should know all those things. We don't have the reasons why. By me, I feel those things can be part of it, especially in this time around that we have overpriced or overestimated our industry. I think I have to find one day and talk about that thing, because I still feel that no, something is wrong in that side. for me, we have overestimated our worth as an entertainment industry. So people charge some prices that they don't deserve. Or the person that you are telling that to has an alternative. So if I come to you, I want you to play a show for me, and you quote, let's say, $50,000, and I know that there's somebody who is equally good as you, but the person is willing to take $10,000. I will not come for you. I will go for such a person. Especially when you don't have the influence that I can't ignore you. No, I will go for the alternative.
You are easily ignored.
Not, yes. So I think the factors will be so much. We just have to speculate, or based on what happened last time, we see one or two. But for me, I think it will purely be a business decision. They will not say you are from Ghana, and for that matter, we won't call you. It will be about your influence, and if I have to go further, then the plugs that you have, how influential your team can be in terms of lobbying for you to get a slot.
Can also play a role.
Yeah. It will definitely play a role there. So for me, we shouldn't worry about this. But our friend can say whatever he wants to say, because yes, that's the obvious thing happening now. There's no Ghanaian in there. So if he's saying it, I mean, it's a fact. You can't really talk about it. But for us thinking about it, I think our musicians should up their games, and the management should also do whatever it is to get slot for some of these artists. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what.
Well, some solid points in the same way. Let's listen to Roland on this as well. Ro, what are you also adding to the convo?
Should we be worried? No. We shouldn't, because when you look at the factors in which is making these people being selected on such platforms, the factors are many.
Okay.
It could even, availability is even one of the factors.
Availability of artists.
Of our artists, yes. And I'm not saying maybe they want to select all our artists, but there are certain people they would want to reach out to. And as part of our game too, times and seasons also play a part.
Okay.
There are certain times that you may give you a rate, and there are certain times you call the person and the person would give you a different rate, and it is still the same person.
Okay.
It happens. So times and season also play a role. However, with this particular instance, when I also saw the flyer, I also said, "Yay, there's no Ghanaian on it." Well, it is not so surprising. It's not so surprising. Me, I want to base this particular thing on business, and that's even if, yes, I know there's a possibility some people may want to use personal feelings and all that, but if the business aspect of it override your personal feelings, there is nothing they can do than to call you.
Okay.
If calling you would make business sense to them, calling this particular person is going to give us about 30% ticket sales. Forget it. Even if they have a problem with you, they will call you. When you finish the show, you continue our fight. It's there. Unless they have an alternative, then they would go for that alternative, and that's what I'm seeing. These people are ones that are going to make their business go, and that is what they are doing. So why should they call Ghanaians? Because we are Ghanaians? No. Then Gambians, Guinea-Bissau, Togolese, these people should also come and cry, because this Afro Nation is for Africa. This is, people are doing business. As much as it is for Africa, it is still business. So they should call Ghanaian. If the ticket sales run low, it is as to whose cost. It is at their cost. Whether they are paying you or not, it is to their cost. So this is purely on a business decision. When they came and they were calling Ghanaians, when the first one that happened in Ghana, and they put Ghanaians on, they did not put Ghanaians on because they are coming to do in Ghana. Yes, that even if it is part of the reason, that one is a secondary reason. The primary reason is because in this particular jurisdiction, it is Ghanaians that can drive the business. That is why they will put you on. So if they are going into a different space and they realize that, Charlie, it is A, B, C, D that can drive business in this space, why should they go and call another person that cannot drive business? Assuming it is Ashake and Rema and these people whose songs are driving business in Portugal, you want them to go and call who? You want them to go and they will not call anybody. They will call the people whose name are driving business. That is what they will do. So this one there, it is up to us to know what we are up to. In fact, if there is anything that we can do, we should learn from the South Africans. When Afro Nation started, I keep saying this, there was no Amapiano stage. There was no session for Amapiano.
Facts. That's true.
And they did not sit down to say, oh, we are South Africans, we are also Africans, so we should add us. No. They had to find a way to do business partnership. That piano stage that we are seeing on the flyer is business partnership.
They are doing.
Afro Nation, once Spotify did the Afro Nation, the Afrobeat profiling, Afro Nation is one of the instruments that contributed to the success of Afrobeat. And they have partnered that particular instrument. So yes, whilst Afro Nation is driving Afrobeat to the top, it has the potential of driving Amapiano to the top. Because it is one of the instruments. They are just following a blueprint. Same way with radio airplay and all these things. They are following a blueprint too. So if Afro Nation is part of them, okay, assuming what can make this journey a success? Event is one. Which event is driving this? It is Afro Nation. Radio airplay is two. Which radio stations and in which jurisdiction are they doing? Let's plug in. They are plugging in. So why should we sit down and say because we are Ghanaians, we are entitled to it? We are not entitled to it. What are we selling? We can go and tell them, if we go and say, oh, we want to promote high life, create a high life stage for us. Create a high life stage for us. We are putting $2 million, $3 million. You think they will say no? They would not say no. They are doing business. They will do. In fact, they will even come and host it here in Ghana, so that they will now. You will now see the main stage. You see Amapiano stage, and you see high life stage. That is what they will do, and it will drive like that until we are ready to do business. We shouldn't be entitled. Else, we can only individually push ourselves to the top. That now they will have no other option than to put us on. That is what we should, because when it comes to giving Ghanaians the chance, I feel they've given us the chance for a long time. Because when you listen to some of the commentaries from the likes of George Britton and other guys who have performed on Afro Nation, most of them did not get paid. Most of them did not get paid.
They went there in the name of
exactly, promotion. And that is what putting you on means. So for how long would they continue to do that?
Okay. Interesting conversation. I told you we are about to have some intellectual conversation, and exactly what we are observing here on Showbiz Daily, Sammy Flex TV. And I would also want to pick the views of my people on this. This one concerns me though, but sometimes it is not everything that concerns you that you have to do the thinking alone. Sometimes throw it out. That's why we have consultation. So more or less I'm going for consultation from these three gentlemen to know what exactly will be their input on this particular one. So you are in a camp of an artist and you wake up and a certain comment is trending all over, and I'm asking that if they are to advise, what will be the advice? Richie, let's read the post from a certain Ivorian by name Bull George, not Bulldog, Bull George. And Bull George is saying Shatta Wale, and I'm sure it is one of it's under one of the commentaries talking about Black Stars and the fact that our songs or Ghana songs are being played at the AFCON in Ivory Coast. And Bull George is saying that Shatta Wale, we Ivorians can't wait to see you on stage here in Abidjan. You have many fans here in my country, more than you can imagine. Your music is played almost everywhere here in the country, but you don't think of us as your fans here in Ivory Coast. If our elephants had not lost their match before yours, the whole stadium was going to be filled with Ivorians to support Ghana, which is our second country of heart. And you were going to see how the Ivorian public would sing this beautiful melody of yours. Unfortunately, we were no longer at the stadium to support our Ghanaian brothers because of our bad, shitty team. You are the most followed and listened to Ghanaian artists here in my country. even if you never come to see us, your fans from the Ivory Coast. Try to organize a concert here in Abidjan, and you'll be amazed by the love that we Ivorians have for you. I'm sorry for the spelling mistakes. I'm French speaking, and I'm not good at English. Good luck to you for the future, Mr. Shatta Wale. We look forward to you soon in Abidjan. More love from Ivory Coast. And this is what Boo George is saying. And I'm asking that if you're in a company, you have such a message on Facebook. The guy might be nobody. Let's assume he might be nobody. He might be one of our Derek Manis on Facebook writing some things. Jamo,
Yep.
as a consultant, how would you advise Team Shatta on this?
It's really simple. In this modern age and era, you have data to make good decisions. So whatever this guy is saying will just point you to where to look. So now I think Shatta and the team should just look at the data behind the scenes. I mean the Spotify, the Apple Music, YouTube, see where the streamings are coming from. It can guide you to make a decision. I mean, sometimes the data will not give you accurate based on the fact that some people may not be
listening online. Yeah,
there are other factors. So, but the online data can even guide you to know where to look. If you are getting something from there, then the next step will be, okay, let's go there and see what is happening on the ground. As the guy is saying, if it is not just him and his friend playing somewhere and then he's coming out to say that wherever you go in Ivory Coast, they are playing your song. I mean, when you get there, you will notice it. You can get 1 or 2 members, go there and then live there for about a week or 2. They will hear something.
Good.
Either online or on the pubs, go to clubs like somewhere. Just sit and observe what is happening. Don't go and influence them, because when they see you, they may play the song. And you will not get the
real feedback you're looking for.
So just go there, observe things, listen to things. It will inform you. Sometimes you can even spark conversation about Ghanaian artists that they love so much, and you will see what they will tell you. They will say something, and that will help you to make a good decision. I think his the relevant or the importance of his write-up is pointing you to where to look. Nothing more, nothing less. You can't take him that serious. As in, he's saying everything right, so let's go there.
Yeah. Because he might be misleading too.
Yeah, man, for that online. I can share this one. The guy was complaining that, you guys, you told me I should do this kind of content, but after I did it, nobody is watching. Nobody is watching. Then I went in there to check his comment. It's only few loud people who are asking for those things.
Content.
But he could
was moved by
between the lines that no, it's only few people who are asking for it. So if you put it out there, those people will come and watch religiously, but they can't give you the numbers that you are looking for. You are just only serving them. So when you just base your decision on this guy's claims,
some of these claims,
it's 50-50. He may be saying what is actually on the ground,
the reality,
or because of the love that he has for Shatta Wale, he's saying whatever it takes for him to come to Ivory Coast. So for him, he is just pointing the team to where to look. And if you look online and you get somebody on the ground, you can take a better decision than just basing on this guy's claims and go to.
So I had a question when I also read this, that let's assume this is true. Are there not business promoters also there, knowing that this guy, the way he is being sought after, when we bring him here, we are making our money? What are they also waiting for? Because I know getting Shatta Wale shouldn't be a problem for any promoter out there. He is so common on the streets. And what I mean by common is he's always available online for you to know who to contact around to get him. He has been mentioning people, oh, talk to this guy. So that's why I'm asking that if really this is the main fact on the ground. How about, because he says Shatta Wale should come and organize a show. It is not easy for Shatta to go and organize a show in Ivory Coast. How about the promoters, they're knowing there is money to be made out of the guy?
Okay, I think it's a two-way thing. Yes, what you are saying is true. But the other side is you can also express your interest for people to move. So if now Shatta Wale says, oh, I'm available, if anyone in Ivory Coast wants to organize a show and invite me, I will come if the money or the business will make sense for me and my team. I think some people, they need that before they move. Some business people, that's how they operate. So that's what it is. But the thing is, now the guy is pointing you to where to look. That's why I said check your online. If everything is cool like he's saying, then even if the promoters are not calling you, you can also approach them. Because you know definitely it will make business sense to go there. So you can also call one or two people who are influential in there and tell them, Charlie, this is what I want to do. What is it like? What can you tell me about it? And how do you go about it? Then you move. So that's what it is. The guy is just pointing the team to where to look.
Well, take over, Kwesi Yama.
Brother, for me, I'll just add a little to whatever Jemo said. Because you've said so many things which I would have said. Because as we speak right now, online data analysis are available. I mean, if you want to take certain moves, those things are there to help you. Which countries, which regions are best for you to make certain decisions. These days, all these things are making things easier for us. But that notwithstanding, see, Ivory Coast and Ghana, they are just like a brother and a sister. And more of Ghanaians, or more of the people in Ivory Coast are from Ghana. So if he says that the people in Ivory Coast really love Shatta Wale and the music, yes, it could be true. Because of, especially when you go to the Western region, mostly to and fro is between Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and so many people are staying in Ivory Coast by day. They do business in Ghana, go back. So they have that bond. I mean, Ivory Coast and Ghana really has that bond. But you can't just base on that and say because of that bond you are going to, organize a show there. You have to check out the online data. And aside that, just as Jemo said, if some members of the team are supposed to, go on grounds and then make connections with people, listen to what the people are saying, and then make consultations. If possible, that is where I'll chip in the promoter side. Maybe the promoters there haven't realized that, look, we can do business with Shatta. But if if a team from Shatta has seen this, or someone has prompted Shatta's team, and then you think that in business-wise it is going to help you, some members of the team can go there, have conversations with promoters there, not in a conversation that we want to come and do a show, but you do, backdoor conversations, like if you as a promoter, maybe if you want to organize a show, bring someone from Ghana, who will you be putting on? And then if you maybe you go with some list of artists that there's A, B, C, D. You as a promoter, maybe if you want to organize a show, who will be best for you? All those conversations behind the scenes will let you know that this particular conversations that this person put up, I think will be the best for something that you can consider. Consider. So I think those things will be factors that at least will guide you to make a solid decision. But then you can't just read this online and then pick a decision from it because he feels that people really love Shatta Wale, and then if he's coming to, or he should come and organize a show, which everybody or so many of the people will come to the show, it wouldn't be a valid point. But I think the best way to do is to check out the online analytics, and then aside that, if a team is supposed to go on grounds and then make consultations with people, DJs, pubs, clubs, like you be going to these places. You disguise yourself. You don't go in the name that I'm the Shatta Wale's manager, I want to come and see this or that. No, but you go do your normal rounds, and then you'll be having conversation with the street guys in particular, because Shatta Wale loves the streets, and then he's for the streets. So we have those conversations, and then you do your observations.
Okay.
And when you finish doing all these things, definitely I know you can come out with a solid decision, and then in business wise, you might
know what to do next. Well, Roland, finish it up on this, and we'll look at something briefly to run away from here.
Well, some of these comments are not new, especially even to Shatta. There are so many of them that comes each and every day, and it's all. But this is like a compass. For me, I'm not even surprised, because we even have Ghanaian towns in Cote d'Ivoire. We have Ghanaian. They live there as Ghanaians, and not even Ivorians. They live there as Ghanaians. So it is not so surprising. It just gives me joy that at least, even if he is the only person in Cote d'Ivoire, at least it is still good anyways. It is still good anyways. And whatever he's saying, I believe carries some level of substance. Even the recent evidence about some of the plays, even at the stadium, going on, is even some of the things to buttress what the guy is saying. However, because it is not just based on commentaries, the business is not based on just commentaries. It is about doing extensive survey after this, or research, to know that whether the ground is very fertile and very viable for you to go and plow. That's what it is. And it can come from both ways. It can come from the artist saying, hey, let's contact a promoter on the ground and see if we can partner and do this. And it is also for some of these promoters on there to also say, okay, since we are seeing this and we are seeing the uprise. In fact, even this recent AFCON and some of the plays there, the tracks on rotation there can even be an awakening to some of these promoters to say, hey, even on their own, these are some of the things they are doing. So why don't we put one or two together and see if we can get him to do business with him. It is a business decision. For fans like that, we can only appreciate them for now, and hope, yes, we would all see the ground being fertile for us to for them to also enjoy the artist. But for now, when some of these comments come in, me for the moment, I would want to appreciate them, because it is not just, yes, you may see it as fanfooling, but hey, these are some of the things that also makes the artist who he is. These are some of the things that makes him who he is. So I would really appreciate the guy who sent this, and also employ him that if there is any backing to this, he can equally send it. The team's numbers and contacts are widely spread online. They are not so difficult to get. So if he even has some backing or even business knowledge about what he's saying, nothing should stop him from proposing, and I believe the team would also take it on and add it to the research that is being done in the background to make this happen. So big ups to them.
Okay, so whilst we were still talking about this, then someone sent a video of when there was some confusion at the stadium and they were still playing Shatta Wale song. Someone just sent it to me, interestingly. It's all good. So I think the consultation has been duly delivered from the gentleman here in the studio, and like everything they've said, worth noting down. Yes, the team also knows exactly what we have to do to get some of these things going, and we are sure going to do follow-ups very, very well. Now let's wrap up with this in just about some 2 minutes commentaries from my people. Let's run away from here. Would you guys consider this comment coming from a former group member of a music group as a fair comment or a foul comment? Fair or foul comment? That is what I want to know. Remember Afeeja and Kobe, Chemo's people. Recently at the launch of Ghana Music Awards USA, Kobe in an interview said, if you walk with a fool and the fool does not recognize blah blah blah, just leave him. In short, he is describing the ex-group member as a fool. When this interview came to my notice, courtesy Roland Amate, he was so shocked that, why would he throw such a punch in the air to hit the brother? Then I said, well, maybe for some reasons it is a fair comment. Maybe for some reasons it is a foul comment. Sammy Flex alone cannot think about this. My head is not bank. I said, let me put it out there so you and my people here can answer this question for me. Fair or foul comment? Listening to Mr. Wuta Kobi. After I pick 2 minutes views from each of them, and we can say bye-bye. Watch this.
Welcome.
Thank you.
They said it's Ghana Music Awards USA, so we just do in English. What you say?
Yeah, I'm excited. English. Yes.
And I say in Kochi like that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's welcome.
Thank you.
They said it's Ghana Music Awards USA, so we just do in English. What you say?
Yeah, I'm excited. English. Yes.
And I say in Kochi like that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a while. You who watch it?
I've been around in and out, Okay. Yeah, but yeah, so
People
far.
said you were outside the country. How true is that? Is that true?
Yes, I've been in and out.
Okay.
Yes.
Projects to say any new projects from first of all Wuta. Still no. Are you a pair?
Oh no, that's an old story. Yeah.
Some hit song. What
It's
happened?
like 2017.
We need you back because the two of you.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know so make a car.
Oh, me do ibeku. Na me nim so besa betuma. Me do ibeku mi aferi.
You come and never so.
Osimbe ami. Me do ibeku mi.
Would you to me say me no mo kabo me adia FSN say back be ya na woni menya adwen sa.
Oh, I mean, basically, send a canon, 2 heads are better than 1, and so is 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and more. But the truth is, if you don't know how to be by yourself, or sometimes being with other people becomes a nuisance. And then you know what they say: it's better to walk alone than to walk with a fool.
Wow.
When you
that's so deep. What did you just say? Can you repeat it again?
It's better to walk alone than to walk with a fool. It's sometimes oh yeah, baby, check it. Said, is it good to be going with people, or you make decisions as you grow in life.
My 360 me share. When Basho wa ho fa my one now style or one now say we be next. Now okay,
yes,
look at the way say Versace no me. You looking fly. Me that's a piece of fast. So thank you so much.
To walk alone than to walk with a fool. FOOL. And this Chemo starts Nayapon. Chemo.
Yeah, so
Fair or foul comment?
okay, for full disclaimer, I'm in a camp of a free, so
not Wuta.
No, Wuta free.
No, but what I mean is that you are not in the camp of Wuta.
No,
You are in the camp of Afeeja. That's what I want to clarify.
I work with a free.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, so let me.
So he's the fool.
No, me, I won't take it like that. In the context that he said, yeah, I think you can interpret it as a shot going to a free.
Yeah.
But if you also don't want to go that direction, I think there's a way to also go about it.
Okay.
Before he said that he was also increasing the number, so he said it's still better to work with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Yes, just to tell you that he is now coming to generalize whatever that he's about to say. And then after that, he said that sometimes if you don't know how to work with people, then it's better you work alone. And again, it's better to work by yourself than to work with a fool. I mean, it's a general statement that we can all agree is true.
Okay.
Sometimes when you work with someone and the person is not doing the way you want it, obviously you will not progress. Like the progress that you are looking for, you won't get it.
Yeah.
And if it is a shot, like let's say he's trying to insult a free, whether a free is a fool or not, we all know what a free is doing on his own. So if we base on who is doing what and who can be the fool here, I think the general public can judge.
Fire return. Fire return.
I'll give it to the public to judge if that's what his intention was. But me, I want to give him benefit of the doubt. I think he was just trying to generalize things and say that when you are working with people and it's not going the way it should go, it's better you quit and do it on your own or do it with other people. And that's his decision now. So we should just take it like that. So for me, I will not take it as a foul comment going to every year. I will take it as general comment that he was making, and the general public can judge when now that they have separated, who is working hard or who is making success that will call the other person a fool or something like that. So I'll give it to the general public to judge.
Kosi, take over now. Chema will clarify in a poor professional way.
In a professional short. This particular conversation, to me, it was a general conversation. It would have been a fair comment, just as Chemo said. No, I mean, you can't be working with someone that you think cannot add value to whatever you are doing, or you think will not add anything to whatever you are doing. But it would be good to work with 2-3 people that you think can put value or add something to whatever you are doing. That will make you guys do it and then do it well together. But in a sense where he was asked about his group, which we all know that if we talk about water, it is about him and then his other colleague. And then to use that particular language in that context, that is where I would say it is a foul comment. I personally think it wasn't needed to use that particular language in a case where, I mean, he's been asked the question regarding his group, which he knows perfectly that it is between himself and his other colleague. So to use that particular word as a fool, or I mean, working with, if you think working with, what do you say? It is better to work alone than to work with a fool. That would be so unfair and a foul comment. It clearly tells that he has now come to a realization that he was working with a fool. So this particular point, he has to, I mean, work alone, and then he thinks that is best for him. I personally think it wasn't a fair comment on that particular grounds. But in general, if it was, I mean, a normal conversation outside of, I mean, their camp or any questions regarding their camp or their group, it would have been a fair comment and a general comment. That is all I have to say. Okay,
Ro, let's close the show for today.
Razak, is it a foul comment? Yes, I think it is a foul comment. Is it a fair comment? That I would say it will depend on him and where he's coming from.
Okay.
You can sit back and interpret it as a foul comment, or maybe as very unfair in that manner. For a foul comment, we know it is a foul comment. I mean, is it true? Yes, it is also true. The statement he made is very true, and it is applicable to everybody. However, there are certain contexts that would make you or push you to make such statements. And that will determine whether it is fair or not, and it is also be determined by whether you have the right to say that or not. So if it is fair or not, I would leave that to him, because so far as I'm concerned, he is the one in that situation, and he would want to describe it as that. Who am I to say, hey, he is probably going overboard, when I have not heard the full story? Because so far as I'm concerned, none of them have come out to explain the full story of whatever went on behind, like between them. None of them. So if they and I wouldn't be surprised if Afeeja would also make a similar comment. Me, I won't be surprised. I would never be surprised if it
returns the fire.
I won't be surprised at all, because they are both in that particular. They were both in that particular boat, and they know how they dealt with each other. In fact, for whatever he said, perhaps if he was on the losing side, how would you know? You probably would never know. Some people may present themselves as innocent, but then behind the scenes, they are the most wicked people on earth. So we can't take that away from him. We should be able to also give him the benefits of the doubt and say probably he's talking out of some painful experiences he's gone through throughout his relationship with his brother. It is possible, and if it is possible, it can also cause him to make such statements. And on the other hand, if Afeeja was also the one in his shoes and had felt how this guy is feeling now, probably he would have probably said the same thing or even say worse.
Okay.
So me, yes, Is it a foul comment? It is a foul comment. Is it true? Is the statement that he made very true? It is very true if you ask me. Is it fair? I will leave it to both of them to judge, because whether he would want to describe his brother as a fool or not, it's, to me, I think it is far away from the success that we would want to give to them, because your success, your level of success is not my level of success. So yes, maybe it probably now somebody can argue that Afeeja is doing better than Kobe, but is Kobe okay with the level of success he has achieved? If he is, then you have no right to say he has not succeeded. So me, let's leave them to do their banter, but I would really love to hear a response from Afeeja.
Well, but there's a new one coming from Afeeja. Cheers,
Okay.
cheers to life.
Cheers to life. Yeah.
Cheers to life. Hadn't it been released yet?
Yeah, it's out there, but now it's getting some kind of momentum.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's,
okay.
it's already
Yeah.
released, right? Cheers to life, that we are enjoying it.
Da, da, da.
Yeah,
Da, da, da. Okay.
That's how it is.
Tomorrow we'll carry a reference.
Chamo is telling you something. They didn't get it.
I
Say
got
cheers to life.
I got it,
It's not to me, it's a new song. Cheers to life. They are having life. Well, another beautiful show just ended here on Sammy Flex TV. I've really enjoyed this conversation. Special thanks to Team Dodo Solomon Chemo, to Kwesi Ama, and to Roland Amate. That was very insightful. If you've watched, I want to believe you've picked a word or two, or you've learned something. You can also share your own opinion with us. That is how beautiful this platform is, any day, anytime. To the production team, Digital Rasta, Currency, who did camera for us, Richie Flex, editor, director, and to you out there for spending your time to watch. God bless you. Subscribe to us, because we need you as much as you also need our content. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll see you when I see you. Keep watching Sammy Flex TV. We're out of here. Ta-ta.